It's halftime. Well, halftime's over right now. It's cracking fish tropic. Gotta get the hookah ready. StreamYard be going super fast, like 5 minutes ahead of the time that I put down. Stella D was cracking. Anthony's fishy friends, what's cracking, G? Well, well, well. If it isn't my old friend Little Joe Munoz. It's the cat that talks so much crap in the chat and always be the first to talk crap on the comment section. I'm gonna make you my comment captain. Straight up. Joe Munoz. Always there when you don't want him to be. Oh man, Big J, what's cracking, man? I tried to get up in your stream earlier today, man. I actually had to work today. Had some students that actually decided to come to class. I wonder why. Oh, it's finals week. Now everybody want to come to class. It's crazy. Stella D. Yep. We in this thing, man. I'm glad that everybody decided to come and spend their Monday evening with the biz for a little while, man. And we're gonna definitely get into this thing. So for those of you guys right now, hey Melly Mel, thanks for coming through, G. For those of you all that were looking at the topic for the day. So think about it right now. Look around your fish room if you're in it right now, and think about your fish room. Munoz, you're always welcome over here, my friend. I'm sure I've got some odd jobs for you to do. I'm gonna pay you in I'm not even gonna say it. Think about your fish room, think about your fish tanks, think about your stock of your fish. We are trying to get a ballpark figure, all right? Because you know what you pay for everything in your fish room, but I don't. And if a guy came through or somebody came through with a stack of dough and was like, yo, I want to buy you out. I want to buy your fish room out, G. Give me a price. All right. But don't tell it just yet. We're gonna wind down first. You dig? We're gonna see if anybody want to come up on the panel with me and end up in the, you know what I'm saying, in the hot spot. And then we're gonna do that. Anthony's fishy friends. We'll get at you in a minute. Yeah, I want to know how much this stuff costs. Stella D wants to know. The people want to know, and we got to let them know. Melly Mel saying hi to Joe. For those of you guys, if you're watching the game or not watching the game, Buffalo Bills are up 17 over the San Francisco 49ers, 17 to 10. I'm about to go ahead and get this hookah started. You know what I'm saying? I got to get everything situated. If you're ever doing StreamYard, for those of you that do StreamYard, and for those of you guys that done it enough, Big J, I know you do StreamYard. You could have told me, man, they start 5 minutes earlier. Oh my God, Big J. Big J says he's got one tank. He's a GN so far. But look at everything that you got in the tank and look how big the tank is. You got to give the specs. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be Big J got a 20-gallon and he paid a G for for two fish and some aquascaping. Plus, a lot of you guys kind of like, built your own stuff. I know Joe Munoz, I think he builds some of his stuff, if I'm not for sure. But yeah, man. Hold on, let me get this water. Oh, damn it. How did stuff like that happen? My Steelers lost their first game of the season. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a hard one. Melly Mel. So for those of you guys that went to work, man, and winding down, what are you guys winding down with? What is your vice to wind down after a hard day's work? I usually basement game if it's a Monday, of course. A little hookah. I've kind of got on these Trulies. I think it's like a White Claw. Kind of watching the carbs. Water says Stella D. 30-gallon Reef tank. I just was talking to somebody on Facebook with a 200-gallon Reef tank. Said he might come in. I just met him today. Said he might come into the live and kind of just talk about, pricing that. But that's got to be serious. So what, Big J? You got big frags in that joint? Because when I went to Aquashella, this is my first time seeing frags and seeing the prices of frags, and I was like, what the what? Man, for this little what? That much for what? Oh, that's crazy. Mr. 3000's in the place to be. Thanks for coming through. Hoods 21 fish tanks. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate it. If you guys didn't see Hood's video maybe a couple of weeks ago, check Hood's 21 fish tanks out, man. He has his daughter on there. 3 fish that she actually likes in the tank. She knows the names and everything, pointed them out. That's really dope. I like seeing that for the simple fact that we're building this up for the youngsters to kind of get into the hobby and take over. Monica Lynn, good to see you. I see you set your alarm. I appreciate you. Monica Lynn has been doing some big things, and she's going to be rolling something out here soon under the Aqua Designs MLT. Pestatics Diego coming through. Roger Hosefield, there it is. It's him, Roger Hosefield. Hey, he is my new friend on Facebook who has the 200-gallon Frag Reef tank. Thank you for coming through today, man. Thank you for coming through. So we are going to get into that definitely. Yep, they get expensive. I don't know how much I spent on corals. Anthony's fishy friend says, man, those corals, man. I saw those frags. I just kept looking at them. They are beautiful to look at. They are in different types of neon colors, or maybe they're not. Maybe it's the light that illuminates them and stuff like that. Yes, but man, they was expensive, G. I was kind of happy I was in freshwater after that. It's going great, Pestatics. I'm gonna be hitting you up again soon. I'm gonna need some plants, and I need to know what to do. So I know I keep saying that, and we talked already, but now I think I'm ready. So yeah, as always, before I end up starting this up, I just always like to make sure that everybody health-wise is doing well. I want to make sure that if you have to travel out of your house and go to work and whatever it is that you must do, make sure that you are doing it in the safest way possible. And how was your day today? How was your day today? Let me know how your day was. If you're still going to work, and if you had a nice long 9 to 5, I appreciate you for coming through and winding it down with the biz. And hopefully we can go ahead and wind it down, get you some libations, get you some laughs. And then I'll just take, another, 50 minutes of your time, and then off you go. You feel me? So thanks for stopping in, and I appreciate it for everybody on here. The tank alone cost me $2,500, had it custom made. Oh, RH, Roger Hosefield. Got to throw that up here real quick. Real quick. Now, mind you, people, that's a 200-gallon reef tank. 200-gallon reef tank. So check that out. And start thinking about it. Thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gave you a bag of dough. How much would it cost to buy your entire empire? You know what I'm saying? You guys have been tanking for... Go ahead, put how many years you've been tanking for. How many years you've been tanking? How many years you've been tanking? I think Roger told me 20. Anybody beat 20? Scott's Aquatics, thanks for coming in. How many years you been tanking, Scott's? Scott's Aquatics, we're in this thing right now. Roger dropped big paper on the tank. Yes. Yes, indeed. And I'm still at work right now. 2 hours ago. Hoods 21 is still at work and tuned in to Fishy Biz. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming through. That's dedication. That's dedication right there. I'm glad you're in here. 16 years in the game, says 3,000. 16 years in the game. All right. That's what's up. Denny's. Denny's fish tank. Denny's, thanks for coming through. Denny says not long enough. Not long enough in the fish game. Oh man. Yeah, I think I've been in like 13 years myself, 13 or 14 years. 30 years in the game, says Hoods, plus 30 years plus in the game, says Hoods. Been messing around with fish for 30 years, y'all. 30 years. We've got some straight up vets in this joint. Some straight up vets in this joint. 53. And I remember like age 6 having a 10-gallon tank with a goldfish, and that counts. That puts you in the game right there. Man. So what's that? That's 43 years in the that's over 40. That's over 2 decades. I mean, that's over 4 decades. That's crazy. Monica says years and years. This is an OG. Mr. 3K. Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's what's up, man. That's what it's about. So we getting these years and years of people that have actually been keeping fish, have dealt with the trials and tribulations, and there are many of those, especially if you have a fish that you love, have an expensive fish that you bought. You probably did an impulse buy. You probably put a fish in there that you that was getting beat up, and that that you had to figure out what to do with. You maybe accidentally forgot to condition your water, and then you killed a gang of fish. Like, oh no, oh no. Now, Biz, you had tanks on Crescent when you stayed with your mom too. Yes, that is true. That is true. Dang man, you snitching and told all my business. Got my street name out here and everything. But yeah, man. So, um, yeah, dealing with that can be costly. It can definitely be time consuming, especially when you're trying to find that harmony and that union, man. That union of fish that you really, really like. You start getting multiple tanks, and you start figuring out what to do there, and so it just becomes a whole big thing. And now you're in it, and now you're definitely in it. So, um, everybody that's on, man, let's jump in real quick. Let's rock with okay, let's rock with who wants to come up, or who wants to share their gallon tank. Like, let's say you have a display tank. What size is your display tank? And what is it stocked with? And maybe we can give a ballpark of, price wise. See what it is. I've killed, I've killed fish every way imaginable. Unfortunately, did you put it in pico crumbs and deep fry it? Oh man, that'd be messed up. Um, It said Roger said he did 2,500 on the tank itself, custom built. How do you count, Fishy Biz, when you stop and start back up? Or do you count when you start? Yeah, you definitely count. You know why? You have to count when you stop and start back up, because you still have that knowledge. You don't lose that knowledge of fish. Like, you don't tank for about 4 years, know stuff about water and conditioner and stuff like that. And then you stop for like a year or so. And then you just go back to not conditioning water because you don't know what you're doing. No, you still do. You still do. Yeah, you just gain a little bit more knowledge. So it still counts. You can count the years maybe that you weren't tanking at all. Maybe you never had any more tanks, or you shut it down, got mad, pissed off, whatever the case may be. Um, when you get your tank back again, then you just add that on, maybe, if you want to do it that way. But I would think of your knowledge of fish doesn't leave you. For whatever reason you get out the hobby, be it, financial reasons, or you just got sick of taking care of something other than yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the case may be, you still know a lot about the hobby. So I would still take those as years to go. So yeah, you still in there. You still good, Melly Mel. Flat out. Flat out. I think I had a year where I didn't have a tank. Yeah, I think I had a few years where I don't think I had a tank. So yeah, getting back up on that horse, man, is it's easy kind of to do when you rocking with it. All right, here we go. We have one here. Roger says 200-gallon mixed reef. I have LPS and some leather corals. Also, I have long tentacle neem with 3 orange skunk clowns in it. Now, salt water is foreign to me. I'm reading it and I'm looking like all I know is that I know corals, and now he's got leather coral, so that's a specific coral. 3 orange skunk clowns in it and a large tentacle neem. Now, not sure exactly what that means, but it all sounds super expensive, like flat out, flat out. Anybody out there that is into salt, hey, if you want to think you would throw a price out there, what would Roger get for his empire right there? Like, I can't even imagine. Listen, all I gotta say is 2,500 for the custom built 200 gallons. So flat out, you coming out at least 3. You feel me? Um, does anybody pay full price for a used tank? Probably not. But think about everything that's in it, and that's where you gotta kind of look at. That's where you got to kind of look at. 175-gallon setup I have is around 600 fully stocked. All right, Monica Lim, I can wrap my head around that a little bit more. 600 fully stocked. What do you have it stocked with in that 75-gallon? I'm scared to know the money I've tied up in tanks for real. I know. Look, this question I posed to everybody had everybody like, dang, I don't want to think about this. Crystals, Pets, and Plants, thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. I missed your holiday stream. I saw you with your Santa hat on, though. I didn't get a chance to get in there. Okay, Neem is an anemone. Okay, all right. So yeah, clowns and anemones have a mutualistic relationship. Um, I know that because I teach mutualism and symbiotic relationships in my biology class. So we have a whole section actually on symbiotic relationships, so mutualism and commensalism and that whole deal. So yes, sea anemones and clowns are like peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, Roger is over at G Easy. Yeah, yeah. My fish are worth more than my tanks, and that seems to be the case too. I had a question talking about, well, how are you going to, how can you kind of like put a price on the fish room when everybody knows how much they paid for, their tanks and equipment? Okay, yeah, we pretty much know how much a filter costs. We can gauge how much a tank costs, whether it's new or used. We can gauge how much a stand costs, whether you made it or not. But when you stock your tank, and let's say you purchase your fish, we don't know if you got them wholesale. We don't know if you got them at a cheap price. Maybe they were given to you. But when you grow those fish out or those fish start breeding for you, now you can start, racking up as far as building your prices and your empire from there, right? Melly Mel says I would start it back in 2013 and stopped in 2015 because my fish was dying. I got tired of losing fish, so I took a break. Came back in 2017. I would say 8 years in the game, Biz. All right, that's what's up too, Melly Mel. 8 years in the game. Yeah, you put it in. You got 2 more years to a decade. You're almost there. The symbiotic relationship between clowns and their enemies is what got me into the hobby. Hey, that's real too. That's real too. You know what? And when I first started off, man, I always wanted to be a marine biologist because, of course, Shark Week it rocks. I always rock with Shark Week, but the shark and the remora, they have a symbiotic relationship. So whenever you see those little sucker fish that are on the bottom of the shark as it's moving, it's a mutualistic relationship. The shark helps the remora get around. The remora eats filters through the food from the shark. So that always is intriguing when you see those natural mutualistic elements. Kind of reason why I had on my last live stream perfect tank mates. If you see one, you see the other. What are those? What are those? A clownfish and a sea anemone would have been perfect. Would have been perfect. They definitely both help each other, and if you see one, you definitely see another. So absolutely. Right on. Thank you for the comments there, Roger. Appreciate that. Um, Anybody else want to throw out your either stocked up tank or size tank, or kind of guess what you spent the most money on? What have you come out of the pockets for? And then I'll give mine. Somebody else give theirs, and I'll let you guys know what I got going on. And I actually need another light on this guy. This guy seems to be going out. So that's money there. It's always something. Try to knock him back on. Again, the offer is still open if anybody would like to come up on panel with me, join the hotspot at some point in time. But let's get to know a little bit more about you than just the fishy side. You feel me? Because we are more than just fish. Denny's fish, 75 gallon, 25 gallon, all said and done, about 700, including fish, plants, rock, substrate. Okay. Okay. All right. I can see that. Not bad, Denny's. I see you. What kind of fish you got in there, Denny? Throw your stock out for us. And Monica Lynn, throw your stock out for us. I don't even know how much I paid over the years. I've had over 200 pounds of Fiji live rock alone, not to mention the corals and fish. Whew. Yeah, that's tough, man. That's already tough after 2,500 for the custom built tank. Like that right there, I would just end up probably looking at an empty tank for like a second just to be like, bro, I'm really about to do this. Like, if I'm gonna do this, I really got to do this. If you have Facebook, check out Roger Haasfield. His tank is an actual in the wall 200-gallon tank. It looks unbelievable. It really does. It's probably worth every penny. What is one of your tanks worth, Biz? Your fish are more expensive than mine. I have a lot of money in plants, lighting, and stands. Now that I think about it, my 75 is over 1,000 with light and stand. Oh, Monica. So the fish tank directly behind me is a 75 gallon. It's stocked with OB peacocks. Most of those OB peacocks actually were bred already by me, so didn't really need to purchase them. I may have maybe got a couple more, but I definitely got them on sale. So with the peacocks, they aren't really too expensive. I've got a few from auctions that were priced down. The 75 gallon I got from Petco during their $1 gallon sale, so it was half price. The stand was built for me by one of my students at the high school, and it really didn't charge me nothing for that. I just gave him I think I gave him like 40 or 50 off the flip, just off GP. So if I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I'm sitting like right at maybe three and a quarter, maybe. Filter and heater. I got off the website at PetSmart. Plus, I think with the heater, I I bought a heater and then returned a older heater and got my money back. So Got the new heater. So yeah, I'm thinking about like 3.25, man. As you can see, these lights, the light that I have on it is a Phoenix, but I got it from somebody who was kind of shutting their tanks down, and he kind of gave me that with some wood and a couple of Xerox and an iceberg, and he just bundled it together for like $60 or something like that. And I know that Phoenix with the remote is more than that. So yeah, I'm thinking about 325, 340, something like that, which wasn't too bad. My 60 gallon was a used tank. I got the stand from a partner of mine that was going to throw it out anyway. So you save on that. I have minimal decorations, real minimal, three pieces. Sponge filters don't really cost that much. My hang on the backs are two 350 penguins. They about 49 each, if you don't catch them on a sale. So, shoot, you know what? The more I keep talking about it, it keeps adding up, don't it? It definitely keeps adding up. Oh, let's get back in here. Let's see. Dude, I have an empty 75-gallon just sitting here. Oh, I think that's almost my favorite size tank, man. I was about to say my favorite size was the 60, which is definitely dope, but the 75, I don't know. I still kind of like this 60, y'all. This 60 is tall. It doesn't go as far back as the 75, but I just love the way it looks like a real display tank. And if I can get the freaking light on, it will look even better. Come on, white light, white light, white light. It's shot. I have to show you in one of the videos, but yeah, that 60 and the 75, I really am enjoying. Crystal Pets and Plants says 46-gallon boat front tank, over $50. This was over 10 years ago. Okay, all right, or $50+. All right, Crystal, and what do you have in it? Tropical fish, mostly bloodfin, says Denny. Um, GBRs, red, super red snails, ghost shrimp, and some angels. I have not tried. Well, the only snails I usually get are the regular tank snails. I haven't really kept any real, snails that I paid money for, because I always have fish that eat them. So I don't ever really, and ghost shrimp, I've never really kept them, but I do think they look pretty cool. And I think I might try my hand in grabbing a couple of shrimp. When I came back, my first three tanks was 29-gallon, 20 long, 40-gallon breeder, African cichlid and boona, rainbow fish in the salt water. It was blue-green chromis before it crashed in 2018. I hate it when tanks crash. I had to get it for my angels. They were beating all my other fish up. They must have paired off. Yeah, I'm about to say they must have paired off. Nope, just thugs, all of them. Got a thugged out tank. I sat empty for almost a year. I had to buy everything a little at a time: pumps, plumbing, lights, dosing pumps, machinist. So I'm not rich. Hey, look, I'm a teacher. I'm not rich either. So I understand how it goes. But you do it for your hobby. You find a way. You definitely find a way. Tore up the plants, beat up the blood fins. What you gonna do with that empty 75? Looks like we got a sale here. Hey, Aquafunk Aquatics just made it through. What's up, Funk? We are talking about our tanks, and if someone gave you a sack of dough, what would you say your fish room was worth? We've just been starting with our, biggest tank and display tanks of how much we either spent on it. That's including the stock, the tank, the stand, the filter, the heater, all the accoutrement that goes with the tank. So you go ahead and throw yours in there too, buddy. I agree. 60s are perfect show tanks. They are awesome hoods. I like 60 longs. They've been nine open the door for more fish, right? Goldfishes, sorry, over $500. $500 for the bow out tank. Okay, goldfish and $500, man. Oh, it adds up. It's like 60 and 55 as a display tank. I have 4 55 gallons. Yes. Uh, Dang, I thought I had a 55. At the school, I have 240 breeders and a 29 gallon. I have a 29 gallon community tank over here, and I have a bow out over here. It's a small bow out. It's like I don't know, like a 22 bow maybe, if that's one. Man, if I can afford a RO system, it would be my Reef tank. That's what's up, Denny's. 65 Cube is a sweet show tank too. That sounds awesome too. That cube tank you can do some things with. I would love to get a cube tank and make it salt water, man. But I am trying to get my knowledge up on salt because oh my god, I do not. I'm already pissed at paying like $30 for a peacock or a hat, $50 or something like that. I can't imagine paying God, 100 for a clownfish and that mug just goes to hell in a week. Oh, I'd be so pissed because my parameters were off a smidge. Hell with that. Um, they don't need to be expensive. I just picked up an RODI off Amazon for 50 or $60. There you go, Denny. Anthony has the answer. It's always Amazon. It's not just for ladies. We can use it too, fellas. Anthony's insurance. I'm gonna have to check into that. There you go, Denny, with all the exclamation points. We have a wiener. He's happy. He's ready to go. He's in that thing, right? We are 31 minutes into the stream. I am again taking any takers who would like to come up to the panel and talk to the biz one-on-one and sit in the hot spot. Just let me know and I will send you that link. Ahora. That means now for those that don't speak of the Espanol. I like to look out of bow out tanks. My friend has an S-shaped 90-gallon tank. Man, you know what? They've been making some pretty cool tanks. I always see on Instagram that tank that is fits on the steps, like it's the shape of the steps. Like that seems pretty cool. I don't know how you get in and out of that thing like that. I like the coffee table tanks, but then again, that seems like it'd be crazy to try to clean. When you start talking about water changes and doing all that, you got to be able to get that together. Patience is the key with salt water. Yeah, I might be running low on that. That's going to be something like a summer vacation mission I would have to do, just because some of the fish are really hard to get, especially at the size they are. 5K-ish. 5 freaking 1,000. Aqua, you went in here, but I don't know if he's still here, but Roger, he has spent 2,500 just on the custom made tank, but it's a 200-gallon Reef tank. Frags, anemones, orange skunk clowns, the whole nine. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Don't forget to check Facebook Marketplace for tanks and fish supplies. There you go, Monica Lynn. Now we're getting there. Now we're getting some help out here. All right, phone. Oh, hit you up on the panel. Is that what you mean? Show me the money, says Stella D. Clearly, we don't have any. We spent it all in tanks. You guys add Stella D, man. She if you are a gamer, she is gaming right now. She's all on the Fortnite. She's even was playing Doom when I caught her one time. I haven't played Doom in Alice. Reminds me of Wolfenstein 3D on the computer. But Doom was super fun back then. Yeah. All right. Yep. So yeah, man. So like I'm so glad to see everybody kind of, just going back and piecing together exactly you know, what their tanks cost and everything that went with it. Um, it's pretty amazing, kind of, you know what I'm saying, when you start to think about it. But when it comes to something that you love, and if you were here last week with my guest Drop Dead, our dead Fred, he was talking about how tanking saved his life. It's really calling his PSTD. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, when it comes to something like that, you can't really put a price tag on your health, especially now, this day and age. You really can't put a price. There you go, Funk. So yeah, yeah. So I appreciate everybody for sharing. Hope everybody was able to kind of see what you got going on here. And now, you know, some great places to look for, you know, bringing down those costs. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind a used tank, you know what I'm saying, or if you are a DIY cat, if you like to you know, reseal tanks and stuff like that, you sure can bring your costs down significantly. Anthony says, I spend dough on the hobby is the reason I don't even try dating. Yeah, yeah, those dates will definitely take your fish cash flat out. Your fish. Oh man. Yeah, yeah, that definitely will happen, G. It'll happen to you. Anthony, get another fish keeper then. It'll happen every time, yo. It will. Man, what's the most you spent on a fish? Somebody tell me. I'll go first. My huh, my green phantom pleco was $60, $65. Green phantom pleco, $65. That's the most I've spent. Monica Lynn even has Stella's jewelry um, channel up here. It's awesome. Let's do a fishy dating show for Anthony. Hey, it's my channel. We can do it. I'm with it. I'm with it all the way. Larry D's, thanks and more. Thanks for coming through. What's the most you ever spent on one fish, on one single fish, Larry D? And then let us know how much is your fish room worth after you tell us that. 25 super reds. So is that $25 for super reds? Is that the most? All right. $50 for a shovel nose catfish. That actually is pretty cheap. I would think that you got a deal on that one, 3,000. Yeah, Denny says 25. 275 is the most that I paid for a ray. And I love rays. Was it the Diamondback? The all black Diamondback? Those mugs are super tough. $20, says Larry. 150 for the Nassau tank. Oh, oh, salt water fish. Oh, 150. 150. Yeah, man. That's it. That is yeah, it gets serious. It definitely gets serious. Um, Not to mention when you start thinking about tank mates and if you're into plants and planet tanks and things that it can go with, and don't let you get like $150 fish and then you done put it in with a $30 fish and the $30 fish is whooping up on it. It's like a public school kid beating up on your private school kid. Like, yo, you gotta chill. You gotta get them out of here. My wife is gonna kill me if I go salt. All right. Roger's playing dog prices. Yeah. He's got those French bulldog prices on the fish, baby. Right on, Monica. Thank you, ma'am. Fishroom is worth a G, give or take. Are you sure about that, Larry? Larry. Fishroom is a thou. What size tank is that? The big one that you have with the pirate ship in it. How big is that? I thought that's a 125, isn't it? No, sir. Black diamonds are 600 and up. Mine was Motoro. Okay, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking those black diamonds were. I don't know what I was tripping off of, but I love the rays. They definitely look awesome. Now the rays I know stay towards the bottom. What? You could probably put any other kind of fish at the top. I always see them with arowanas if they're in a big enough tank, but you also see them with Oscars, I believe. Probably any top dwelling. Uh, Probably any top dwelling um, fish. I think it would be cool to have some rays at the bottom and have some upside down catfish just flying through that mug at the top if they could stay in the same waters. I can't come on, my mic not right. Check one, my mic not right. Check two. I didn't even see you backstage, so I don't know how to check the mic. Is this just the mic on yours? 125 only costs $350 for the 125. Okay, Larry, I see you. And then you got to stock with what? What you got to stock with? To So you're going up another $700. Is it just off the stock? Or are you talking about filters, lights? What you run on that thing? You run HOVs or canisters? For those of you guys that have not been paying attention to the game, the Buffalo Bills are at 27 right now, where the 49ers are at 17. It's in the fourth, 10 minutes and 44 seconds left of the game. I'm Fishy Biz Aquatics, and I'm here for all your sporting needs. Back to the action. So I think we could come to a clear consensus that with the saltwater tanks, you're looking at a little bit more expensive as far as purchasing the fish. A lot of saltwater people, they tend to say that it's not much different than freshwater, especially if they've been in saltwater for a while. But freshwater people tend to believe like the exact opposite. Like if I go saltwater, I've got to do this, that, and the third. It's going to change everything. It's going to be all screwed up. So I don't know which one is really real. I won't know until I start putting my hands into the saltwater world, which is probably going to take me a little second. I still want to do some things in freshwater. I don't want to get out of African cichlids, but I just don't want 6 tanks full of African cichlids. So I need to sell these, my females and my sulfur head, my red shoulder hybrid, and my iceberg hybrids. I need to get them to the local fish shop so I can open up this 60-gallon. I'm thinking of doing the discus tank. I've been saying that. I'm thinking of doing that. I want some dragon puffers. Thinking about putting that into my smaller tank, and I still have an open 40-gallon that I've been thinking about doing Shelly's. It's closer to 1800 now that you're making me really think. Yes, Larry D. Yes, keep thinking, Larry D. Because a G for your whole empire. Yeah, it's more than that, bro. So ideas for 40 gallons. A lot of people say that 40-gallon is the best, is one of the better starter tanks, one of the a great tank as far as stocking ideas and stuff like that. And I have one just sitting here, water. It's ready for fish, and I just have been my feet have been in the mud on what to stock it with. I'm going away from my African cichlids. I'm turning this 75 into an all OB cichlid tank, and then my 60 I want to do discus and something else. But I got a 40-gallon that I want to do some other stuff, and I see that the backstage is ready. Let's see what we got. The person I would tell you to ask is Kaler. He uses the same filtration in his marine tanks, and he does this on his freshwater no skimmers. Yes, Kaler's Aquatics, aka Bob, friend of the channel. He was in here last week. If he jumps in here, we can definitely talk to him. Startup is more expensive for saltwater. I had salt for 15 years. Fish prices can be similar. Some freshwater fish are prices are crazy like discus. Gotcha, hoods. I'm with it. And with that, I'm gonna give the thumbs up to see if my backstage guest is ready. Is he ready? Can he hear me? Give me the thumbs up. And we are ready introducing friend of the channel,
That wasn't my thumb. That was not my thumb. That was not my thumb that I was pushing up.
That's terrible.
But anyway.
What's cracking?
Man, nothing much. I'm over here watching the girls.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Watching the girls while Mida's doing her live stream. But this is a very interesting topic because
I normally do.
Not really. But this one just happens to be this one just happens to be because like I said, 5K plus, right?
Okay.
I don't have that many tanks. I have 255s. This is what I got set up: 255s, a 56 corner bow front, and a 40. But the thing is, I mean, I got 20 laying here, this 10, 20s and stuff laying there, but they're empty. Yeah. But the thing is that the fish that I got, they're not that common. And if you added up my fish and everything, 5K is kind of pricey. But the fact that I know that it will be incredibly difficult for me to repeat that, I would have to say 5K plus.
All right, for sure. And that definitely plays a factor, because I was saying, let's say you got your fish at a deal and they were little, and maybe they weren't, maybe somebody gave you the deal, didn't think nothing about it, but you grew them out. Now they're colored up, they're healthy, they're huge. You know what I'm saying? You can make now a pretty penny. You've got to add that into your price.
Yeah.
If
you and like I said, some of these fish are hard to get.
Yeah.
Like real hard to get.
What you got real rare in there?
I can't remember. I can't say because they don't have a common name. It's a type of a Acara. It's not a blue Acara, but it's a type of Acara that you don't see that often. I got a pair of rubber sonais. Of course, I got my chocolate silky. I got some Festums, Festivum flagfish. I got my Rhino Placo. I got those little dwarf cichlids. I got some geos that you don't see that often at the pet stores. And they're all a decent size. But like I was saying, is you don't see them that often, and it's more of it's not so much a number, like this, how much this one costs. It's more of a like, hold up, wait, god dang it, this girl won't stop.
We're gonna put Funk in the hot spot in a second here, y'all. We're gonna talk a little bit more and see. I want to see how he's been doing and making progress with his. He is doing something for people who are less fortunate that want a tank in their house but are not able to afford it. So he's if they're 2 hours away from him driving, he will get it to them and set it up, pay for the whole thing, and get them all started. So he's kind of like Puerto Rican Santa Claus in Florida.
Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus.
Okay. Ahora.
You just threw out a random Spanish word out there.
Don't worry, biblioteca. I'll do it all day. It's all I remember from high school Spanish.
So I am doing a tank giveaway. It's a 20-gallon high with the full with the whole 9. And the thing is that Oddly enough, nobody sent me any letters in.
Okay.
And here's the funny thing. There's another fish tuber out there. He's a decent, he's got a decent following. And I was talking to him about it. He was like, nobody's gonna send any letters. And I was like,
Mm,
it's just the email letter. How is nobody? He was like, people don't care. And I was
mm,
like, nah, I don't, nah. And apparently he's right because uh people have to send me one. All they have to do is send me an email saying, "Hey, my uncle so and so, he's great. I love him. He's always been there for me,
yeah.
and he could use an aquarium." Or, my son, he just got back from Iraq and he's got PTSD. A little boy could write. My mama works really hard. She's doing great, and she deserves something, and they'll
Right.
get it. It's that simple. But not one email, not one. So I don't know
Well,
how this is gonna go. It's gonna
I
go to
tell you what.
somebody.
I tell you what, Funk. We got some new people and some fresh minds in here right now. Go ahead and let them know how to get at you real quick, just in case. Don't give up hope. You know what I'm saying? With this pandemic, it's
Yeah.
got a lot of people down, man. They
Oh,
just can't see a ray of hope, and it's hard for them to get through. But it's a great thing that you're doing. Don't want to see it fall on deaf ears,
it's not.
but go ahead and put your link in or something like that where to get you this. You said
Okay.
you're getting emails, and all you need is a real story from somebody real who needs.
That's look. Yeah, and here's the deal. I just want somebody to write a nice letter about somebody else. If you email me a letter, you can find my email on any one of my videos in the description section. It's aquafunk00@gmail.com. And you know somebody an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Tampa Drive, a drive that far away. I have people to donate decorations, rocks, all that fish. It's gonna be stocked also. I'm gonna go set it up. I have LED lights. I got the whole nine.
That's
Sponge
gangster.
filter, hang on the back filter. It's the whole deal. And whoever wins, I'm gonna sit down and talk with them and say, listen, somebody wrote a letter on your behalf saying that you deserve this tank, so I'm gonna bring you this tank. I'm gonna give you a tutorial on how to do basic maintenance,
Gangster.
and from me having a little discussion, with them, we can go ahead and figure out which fish will be best for them. And I got three already. I got three fish outlets that are willing to stock the tank and give discount cards
Oh,
and all kinds of stuff. But no, nobody can't muster up enough niceness to say, "Hey, I know somebody in Orlando, or I know somebody in Clearwater, St. Pete." Listen, I really would like this to happen, but I'm gonna let y'all know right now. If it doesn't happen, if nobody emails me these letters, it's still gonna. I'll just have to do it in a different manner. That's not really what I was intending. I was intending to hopefully see somebody write something nice about somebody else, but it
sure.
is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let this fail. I'm gonna let you know right now. If I have to go about it a different way, then that's how I do it. But somebody deserving and appreciative is gonna get this aquarium. Who needs it? Oh yeah, and that's another thing. They got to be able to not afford it. That's the main thing. If I go to somebody's house and they got a Rover and a Benz in the parking lot, I might have I might have to put it on blast. Look at these cheap, but no, that's all. That's all I'm trying to do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So listen, if you guys got anybody in need in the Florida area, well, in the Tampa area, or about an hour and a half away, that is exactly what it's doing. I think it's super noble. I think it's an important thing. Um, and like I said, like my last guest last week, the fish tanks help with PSTD,
PhD.
ADD. In the case of some of my students, I've seen it happen. I've seen it work. That's why I believe in it in my classrooms. I believe in it in me forming a fish club, after school fish club, where I would give away tanks to students who have learned a little bit about a fish that they want and have done research. So similar on the same course. So
The one thing is it'll be real easy for me to find a school. The only problem with school, I'm scared to send it to a school because what if out of the blue COVID breaks out and everybody got abandoned in the school? Now these fish are stuck there. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I mean, I'm hesitant about schools. Now,
yeah.
if you have a teacher that had that, if you a student and you got a teacher that deserves it, most definitely it'll go to their house. But at a
Mhm.
school where it might get abandoned
Yeah.
because of the COVID, I'm iffy about that right now.
Well,
But
now
we'll
if
see.
you're, if you're doing something like a 20 or 20 long, I'm pretty sure that could be transferred over into a crib. If the COVID is out like that. But um,
Yeah,
no, I understand. I understand that completely. I understand that completely. Yeah.
but a lot of times I'm hoping that this fish goes to a first time. So, I don't want to put that on a first timer or, even if it's a teacher who's the first timer or whatever, and she has to figure out how to, he or she has to figure out how to get this tank with all the fish from the school to their house, and they're just now learning about the biological cycle and all that stuff. So I'm a little worried about schools right now, but that's the only thing.
Gotcha. For sure.
Uh-huh.
Man, that's real. So if you guys got it, Monica has already put in the link for Funk. Appreciate you on that, Monica
Thank
link.
you, Monica.
Funk, we know that you have a fish channel. We know that you have fish. We know that you're the angels guy. But there's other things that we want to know. It's time for you to get into the hot spot.
You sure you want to ask me
Hot
questions and
spot.
have me answer? You sure you
Yeah,
want me to answer
yeah,
truthfully on live?
yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the hot spot. Get your stuff together, Funk. You're in the hot spot. All right. Welcome to the hot spot, Funk. Here we go.
Chimon Lee. Chimon Lee.
You'll never catch me blank.
You'll never catch me. How can I say this? You'll never catch me letting somebody else dictate what I do.
Ah, very nice. Very nice. You're your own man, huh, Funk? You're
Yeah.
going to do your own thing
Yeah.
with your own stuff. Gotcha.
Yeah. You're never gonna let somebody, change my my direction,
All right.
intimidate me into doing something I don't want to do.
Very nice. I always wake up.
Tired. Seriously, I'm tired all the time. I always wake up tired.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's get into the lightning round. Here we go. It goes. Favorite fish.
Angels,
Favorite tank size.
55.
How many angels can you put in a 55?
Oh, that's a terrible question to ask. So many variables. Without breeding, I say 6. Full
Okay.
grown. Without breeding, 6 full grown.
Okay. All right. All right. HOB or sponge filters.
Lunch filter, easy.
Beta or beta.
Beta. I know
Pets.
people just because it bothers people.
Yeah. Pets.
It's a beta. Uh, Honestly, I gotta say PetSmart.
Okay. All right. Gravel or sand.
Sand,
Glass or acrylic.
glass.
And enough of the fish questions. Let's get it. Dice or
Oh, say that. You broke up.
dice or cards.
Spades, baby. Spades, baby.
Dogs or cats.
Dogs.
Weekends or weekdays.
Weekdays. Seriously.
Do pineapples belong on a pizza?
Heck to the no. That's a frit. It's a frit. Frit don't go on pizza.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I don't even think that's real food But no, it's not a sandwich.
It's
It is
not a
not a
sandwich.
sandwich.
It's not
No,
classified. You're not gonna put it in the sandwich category?
no, I can't. I can't. Nah,
Okay.
nah.
All right.
I mean,
All
I
right.
know technically the ingredients, yeah, but a hot
Okay.
dog, it's its own entity. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Play it cool, hot shot. Coffee black or coffee cream?
Cream,
Chocolate or vanilla?
chocolate,
Plane, train, or car?
train.
Favorite food to cook?
Favorite food to cook? Chicken. No, no,
Favorite
no, no. Sorry. If I'm cooking it, it's breakfast. Breakfast.
What's
Breakfast.
your favorite food to cook of breakfast?
Yeah.
What?
All of it. All of it. All of it.
Everything.
Breakfast.
What does breakfast consist of for you?
Yeah. All of it. Just whatever. Eggs,
You
potatoes, sausages, ham, bacon, toast.
okay? Boiled or fried?
Fried.
Face or body?
Ah. Oh. Body.
Now
Yeah.
you're funky with funk. All right.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go. You know, I you know,
All right. All right. Favorite game to play with a ball?
favorite game to play with a ball. Dang, I ain't played a game in a long forever with a ball. It would be a football.
Okay, football. Football's the game. All right. Tacos or burgers?
Burgers.
Really? Did not
Yep.
expect that. Hot or cold?
You racist son of a man. Hey,
What?
listen, let me
What?
tell you.
I just thought you like tacos. I'm just saying it would. It's nothing to do with racism.
Why? Why I gotta like tacos over the burgers?
You just look like you got a taco mouth. I don't know.
You so Rachel. You so Rachel. So Rachel.
Oh, hot or cold?
Cold.
Favorite drink?
Double Jack and Coke.
Very nice. All right. Favorite position?
All the positions. I
Second
don't
to,
want one position. I want all the positions.
second to last question. Butt or boobs?
But
That a boy. And if I wasn't keeping fish, I'd be keeping
monitor lizards.
monitor lizards. Really?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Big monster monitor lizards.
My name is Aquafunk Aquatics, and I am.
What that? All right, that's a tough one. My name is Agua Funk Aquatics, and I am funky.
Thank you, Funk. It is.
Okay.
It is for everybody. We have Funk going through the hot spot in the lightning round. He did it like a champ. Perfect. He likes body. He likes butt. He likes cold. He likes breakfast. Aqua Funk Aquatics. Hey, man. I appreciate it, bro.
All right. He's stupid. I like this. That's hot.
Thanks a
I
lot.
like this. All right, man. Let me go.
Listen,
I'll catch you later.
everybody. Hey, listen, everybody. All right, Funky, we got to roll. Hey, thank you for coming up on the panel. Appreciate it for
No
playing.
problem.
Thank you for joining
All
the
right.
spot. Listen, we are in our time right now. I really appreciate everybody for coming through. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want an hour on your Monday just to wind you down, have some fun, get you some laughs, and let you know that we are more than just fish. I'm the Biz, and I am signing off at Fishy Biz Aquatics, your channel for everything fishy. Hey, y'all have fun, man. Have a good week. Enjoy your evening. It's 34-17. The Bills are killing the 49ers, and Peace. You guys get at me. Appreciate you all. Thank you.